Now, let's come to Peter Obi. What do you guys have against the man that every now and again the attacks are coming to him over and over again, even though it was claimed he came third? The person that came third 2019, I can't remember that individual. The person that came third
2019, his name is Nicholas Felix.
And he's nowhere to be found.
No. In 2023,
yes,
he ran for the APC primaries as the youngest candidate.
But my idea is that he's nowhere to be found. Nicola, you just mentioned, I'm sure many of our viewers are hearing the name for the first time.
Okay.
The third person in 2015, nobody could remember him. But Peter Obi has become like the bride of the moment. He's not like the unofficial president that everybody tries to attack. What is the problem? Why is APC afraid of Peter Obi?
Nobody is afraid.
No,
let me tell you. No. You see, that's the danger of journalism. Conclusion. It is easier. It's better for you to say people perceive. If you say you guys are afraid, you have concluded and you don't have data.
The data is clear.
What is the data?
The data there is that Peter Obi has not left you guys' mouths. Every moment, every now and again,
so every aspect, every tweet, has Peter Obi kept his mouth shut?
He cannot keep his mouth shut.
So if he told all those citizens we cannot join issues,
he's acting more like a citizen. Everybody that can criticize the work of the government, and that's what he's doing.
Yes,
acting like an opposition, criticizing the work of the government.
So when the opposition,
why are you guys against him? So when want to make sure that everything about Peter Obi is killed down.
When Peter Obi opened his mouth and say anything,
yes,
you guys in the media used to call us and say Peter Obi says so thing. What is the reaction of government? That's the reason we talk. Nobody knows Peter Obi. I am saying, at least I'm sitting here speaking to you and I speak on my own honor. Everything you see me say on Peter Obi to counter whatever he said, I was contacted, and you will see in the reportage, I was contacted, what is your reaction to what this person say about government? My job as a spokesman of the president is to speak on his behalf. I don't have to wait for him to say, go and speak. I am image maker for the presidency.
Launder his image.
It is my duty to counter. And Peter Obi is a master of fake news.
I'm coming.
And I know you will not agree. You will not agree, but I'm saying.
List some of the fake news. Yes,
okay, so for example, every data that Peter Obi reels out against the government will be proved to be wrong. And Peter Obi will come to his Twitter and say, okay, there's a mistake in the data, but that the general information is the same.
There is no Peter Obi's tweets that I've known so far that he came back and said there is a mistake in his data.
So let me ask.
He reels out the fact of the matter of.
Are you an Obidient?
Me, I'm for everybody.
No, you are not. You are Obidient, and I'm happy to engage with Obidient because through you, I will reach the largest population of the Obidient. Let me tell you about Peter Obi. Peter Obi is a Nigerian citizen I personally respect because he is also concerned about Nigeria. That's why he's talking. But just because he's concerned about Nigeria does not mean everything he says, he's saying it from an unbiased point of view, because he has an interest. What is his interest? To be president. So if you have an interest to be president, the natural thing is, as an opposition, is to undermine the government and promote yourself.
He's not undermining the government.
He's undermining the government.
What he's doing is, how can I reel out fact? If they killed 200 people in Borno, and I come out and tweet that 200 people were killed in Borno, that this insecurity is getting out of place, why is the presidency not doing anything about it? And if they
kill somebody in Onitsha, then that day his tweets doesn't work.
There's no
if there's anything outside of the southeast, Peter Obi is the first to do town cry. Anything that happens in the southeast, people will come to his tweet and say, will they wait for you to talk?
There are many of his tweets regarding Southeast that he has tweeted about. There are many.
I am telling you, but let me come. What we are speaking are fact-based.
Yes.
You have always lied on conscience. I'm telling you facts that can be touched and verified. The reason why Peter Obi, whenever he says something and we're asked, we have to join issues to state the record straight. But personally, I want Peter Obi to run now. He ran in, first of all, after I left APC, the first person to call me was President Obasanjo, to work for Peter Obi. So if Peter Obi didn't like me, they won't be the first. I was in London. And I declined because I didn't like certain things about the perception it's really now.
What, like?
A lot of them. Fake news, I said it and I'm repeating it. Misinformation, disinformation. And then the most important one is national interest. His self-interest far outweighs the national interest. What do I mean by national interest? There are certain things that if the government does, that is for the good of Nigeria, even from the opposition side, look at around the world, acknowledge it at least. That is one. Number two, when something bad happened to the corporate image of Nigeria, people who have national interest, they protect their country. But in domestic policy, they criticize the government. He is happy to discredit Nigeria. And what he does, anytime he travels outside Nigeria, the first thing he does is to demarcate Nigeria. But there is no way such a man can repair.
Your house cannot be on fire and you go out there and try to say your house is
so I'm happy to mention the house.
It's not the right thing. He's saying the right things.
I'm happy.
And the people could do
I'm
the right
happy
thing.
you mentioned about house. Labour Party is his house. It has been on fire. Has he said anything in the outside like the way you talk about Nigerians? He doesn't.
What do you want him to say about the Labour Party?
In the same way he say about Nigeria when Nigeria is on fire.
Labour Party is a party, and there's a head of the party. The leaders.
Nigeria is a country, and there is a head of Nigeria.
Nigeria is under scrutiny by everybody.
Labour Party is not under scrutiny.
Labour Party is a party. It's like APC
and should not be scrutinized.
They can handle their matter within themselves.
Also, if it is Labour Party, it's within themselves. Why not in Nigeria within ourselves to handle?
How does Labour Party itself affect an average Nigerian out there? Labour Party doesn't concern anyone. Labour Party, they are like
the people in Labour Party are not Nigerians.
They are vehicle to get someone into a political position.
Nigeria is a vehicle. Nigeria is a vehicle.
Nigeria is not Nigeria affects everybody downward.
Yes, Labour Party affect Nigerian citizens that are inside.
No. Tell me how Labour Party affect Nigerians.
Because the members of Labour Party are not chimpanzees and monkeys. They are human beings. They are Nigerian citizens. They have rights, liabilities, and responsibility. And two, decision of Labour Party affect the families of Labour Party members. Three, Labour Party owes the Nigeria as a nation a duty to be a formidable opposition.
Instead of you to be looking at APC, you are looking at the Labour Party. This is the problem I'm talking about, that you guys are focused. It's not Labour Party that is only in existence. So there are many other political parties that are in existence. But why are you guys focused on Peter Obi and his party?
So
why?
It's only Nigeria that is in existence in the world. There are problems in Bangladesh, Afghanistan, and America.
What's my business with Bangladesh
so
and
Peter
America?
Obi does not talk about it, talk about Nigeria.
What's their business with them?
But then the Labour Party doesn't talk about Labour Party.
It doesn't. Labour Party is a party. It doesn't have anything. There's nothing Labour Party did that affects me.
I'll be ready to engage with you when you deconstruct your mind to look at things from the same prism.
The whole essence,
look at it.
Let me tell you, the whole essence of
party.
Yes.
If a party, Labour Party is an entity in Nigeria.
Yes.
It's a registered political party.
Like many other political parties.
If Peter Obi is going to be
political parties also.
If Peter Obi is going to be president,
yes.
If he's going to be, it is only because Labour Party will give him platform. That is the importance of political party, no matter how small it is.
Now he contested in Labour Party in 2023.
Yes.
He may not use the same platform. It's a platform.
So that means if he becomes president and there's problem in Nigeria, he will now go and become president of Cote d'Ivoire.
That one is different. Cote d'Ivoire is different. You're mentioning another country. We are talking about Nigeria.
Why will it see? You see, no matter how you rigmarole, the point is to be made. One, if you are going to be a good leader, people look at it from your decision, from your perception, and from your example.
Are you saying Peter Obi is not a good leader?
So you're concluding. What you're doing is your mind is not prepared for conversation. Your mind is prepared to push an agenda. If you're asking me a question, I listen because I want to also have engagement. Okay. Your mind, you are not comfortable to receive the truth, so you fight the truth by saying something. I am saying that Peter Obi needs to do more to win the generality of Nigerians. In fact, when this project Peter Obi was started, it was started by Yorubas, if you don't know, from Obasanjo to Afenifere and the rest. The plane didn't even take off before the Obidient converted it into an Igbo agenda. And that is the problem that Peter Obi had. He was asked to discountenance some of the things that the people were saying. He said he will not, that when people they're angry, you can't tell them what to do. So if Peter Obi had managed that, Peter Obi would have today been the project of everybody.
But Labour Party
who is against the governing. No, I'm saying when it started, it was started by the Yorubas to show that they believe in true Nigeria.
There are still Yorubas.
At a time when the candidate vying for the president is also a Yoruba person in Bwala Tinubu. But they rally around Peter Obi because of a lot of factors. I said the plane, while it was taxiing before takeoff, the Obidient people in social media, you can't see them. They now took it into becoming an Igbo agenda. And as soon as the plane took off, they started losing more people.
Nobody took it at Igbo agenda.
I'm talking of facts.
It's a perception.
Okay, let me ask you of these facts. Have you come across a fact that Peter Obi was asked that the people on social media, his social media, they are abusing people who have the contrary opinion to him. They are abusing people and promoting Igbo agenda. And when he was called upon to discountenance them, Peter Obi said that he doesn't know them, he doesn't control them, but that when a people are angry, you cannot control how they react.
That is perfectly correct. If people are angry, do you control how they react? Moreover, you are saying that the Obidient are the ones insulting. But I see that the APC people are the ones doing more of the insults.
So when Peter Obi becomes president,
yes,
if he becomes president and Nigerian people are angry, Africa will catch fire.
How?
A leader must assume responsibility. That is one problem Peter Obi has. He does not accept the responsibility. That's why a true Labour Party, when there was crisis, he will never come. His spokesman, my very good friend, Ken Okonko, first got angry with him and said this problem has started to enter and talk. Peter Obi refused to talk until it got out of hand. Peter Obi does not want to accept responsibility.
He has said it over and over again that the people doing the insult and those things doesn't necessarily mean that they are Labour Party or they are Obidient. Anybody could insult.
So that is
what made them become Obidient?
No, those ones that they say he should discountenance, they identify themselves as Obidient. All he needed to do was, on that same social media platform, to do a press statement. I do not share the opinion of those who insult this. Though I do not. All this he was supposed to say.
So he should discountenance people's freedom of speech. Not
So
the freedom of
you
speech.
started from he does not know them to now he discounted.
No, I'm just assuming that he knows them.
So
like
I don't talk on assumption, I talk on facts. Then secondly, with respect to you, if I disagree with what you say,
yes,
it doesn't mean I fight your freedom of speech. I'm saying I'm not associating with the expression of your freedom of speech. I'm not abusing you. The reason why he is required to say, so that those people supporting him who don't subscribe to that vitriol will know that he represents leadership and he does not subscribe to that. He lost a lot of people by that, but that's not the only reason why he was losing people. Because he does not accept responsibility. Till tomorrow morning, Peter Obi does not accept. Okay, when people change party, he abuse them. He is currently discussing on how he will become vice presidential candidate. The Obidient said the only reason they are supporting him is so that Peter Obi will be the president of Nigeria. Anything short of that, they are not going to agree. He has been having meetings to become the vice presidential candidate.
That is rumor.
He has accepted it. When he came out and he said that he's going to run, Arise TV called his spokesman and say he has finally said he's going to run. Why are people talking coalition? They say no, he didn't say he will run. People don't understand that he is in coalition. You see all this ping-pong table tennis, that is not the true character of a leader. You have to say something and stand. You may lose some people, but your standing will bring them back or bring more people. Peter Obi, among all the candidates that I know, he loves to run away from responsibility. And that is his greatest weakness as somebody wanting to occupy public office.
Now, where I beg to define in this responsibility and the vitriol you're talking about is that people go out there and vitriol. All the people doing all the vitriol, insults and all of that for APC. Are you going to tell President Tinubu to take a...
President Tinubu has condemned it now.
No. Show me any tweet that or any statement that President Tinubu came out and said, these people insulting this person insulting this person, should stop insulting or don't do this. So there is no...
I want you to promise me...
Yes.
That when I forward to you,
yes,
whoever you are interviewing tomorrow,
yes,
in the beginning, before you interview, you promise me that you will say, when I interview Daniel Bwala, I say he should forward to me a tweet in which President Tinubu discountenance certain threats by members of APC.
Not threats.
And that I'm coming.
Insults that people are giving people.
Threat is even stronger than insult now.
Okay.
It's the same.
Yes.
And that I'm glad to let you people know Daniel Bwala has actually showed me, and I want to
and
show
I will
scale.
show them.
You are promising
I
me?
will show them. No, that I will show them that
Don't
tweet
deal.
so that they
Don't
can now
deal.
use it and
Next
download
question.
it. Now,
If you don't show them,
yes.
me too, I'm active on social media. So we too were Gen Zs over the purpose of social media. I'll go on social media. So if you promise me, we have a deal. Next question.
No problem. Okay, now let's do it this way. Now you're talking about coalition. Atiku, Peter Obi, and probably like they say El-Rufai is coming on board. Are you guys afraid of that kind of coalition?
We are not, because they look like I call them association of wild goose chasers. They're on a wild goose chase.
Why?
What they are chasing does not even exist in their imagination. It only exists in their imagination. Let me tell you, one time there was coalition in Nigeria that wrested power from the ruling party. It happened in 2013 when they started forming. There was an earlier attempt, but they failed. This time around, it worked. That brought about the party APC. It's a coalition of legacy parties. You know those legacy parties. The reason why they succeeded was, one, they had a common purpose. What is the common purpose? To come together as a coalition to wrest power from PDP at the time they believed was a party of West, because we had highest output of oil and it was mismanaged. Two, that coalition came with a common destiny. Common destiny means we will conduct primaries. Anybody that emerges as the winner, we are all going to support the person. And then three, they came up with a unified front. They are not speaking two different languages. And when they came together like that, the Nigerian people followed them. Because before then, people were angry with Jonathan because of those Chibok and some of these other things. But they didn't say anybody that they can say, "Mock, we support this one." Just like the NSAS, angry, but they have not decided on one person to support. At that time, the anger, when they saw the purpose with which the coalition came together, they just went behind the coalition. And these people were able to wrest power from the ruling party. If you want to apply the principle to this current coalition, the facts are not the same. One, El-Rufai wants to be president. Peter Obi wants to be president. Atiku wants to be president. Kwankwaso wants to be president. And then the other guy that was in STP that ran for president, he too wants to be president. And after how many months, they have not resolved that question. Two, the parties of the legacy parties that came together at the time, they never had any crisis. There was a national chairman, national secretary, national leader, everything intact. They came together in that representation and struck a deal. The current one, Labour Party is 3. APC is 2. Kwankwaso is 2. All of PDP, you see it. I say APC to PDP, what I mean. So they have different factions. And this faction, their problem didn't start when Aswaju became president. Even before he became a candidate of the party, PDP had a problem. And after this long period, they have not resolved it. I'm giving you the distinction between those facts that I said we are not afraid of them. Then the third one, the ball players. They are not emerging men like people who emerge like a clap of thunder out of a blue sky. They are people we know. We have their facts, we know their history, and we know their participation. And we see them. And then last but not the least, they have not paid for the sins they committed for the Nigerian people. This five element is hitting them in their face. They don't look like they are organized enough to put a threat or fear to anybody, not only the president. That is the reason why we are not moved. And the Nigerian people seem to still have suspicion around them, because the Obidient have still not resolved one question, that we will accept whatever comes out of coalition. They say only if Peter Obi is the candidate. PDP, the governors forum, somebody is interested to be president, and some people that say Atiku should step down now, let younger people come. There are different, and none of them has come down, irrespective of the party problem that they have. If you go to Kwankwaso and the rest of them in that. So their problem is hybrid, hydra-headed, and it is orishirishiri. No political coalition will defeat a governing party, even if that governing party is weak in the present constitutional arrangement. And if you look at the coalition that brought APC, 2 years before the election, they were not confused. 1 year before the election, they were rock solid on ground. Now, 2 years to election, all these parties with the antecedent problem that I mentioned, they don't look like they are resolving. That's why you are saying Peter Obi may not likely contest on the platform of Labour Party, because he's seen that the Labour Party arrangement may be a problem for him. They say the other person. So what they are now thinking is whether to form another party or to join another party. When they say they were going to go to SDP, before you see Jack Robinson, they say, oh, Tinubu is controlling SDP, we don't go there. Now they form a committee under Rotimi Amechi. He's suggesting that they should have what they call ADA, another political party. The name of the party, if you say your name is Barcelona and the players that are playing Aquasheko, you cannot get Barcelona's result. So the name, are there no Barcelonas in Nigeria Football Club? People say we are Real Madrid. There are major clubs of the world, in different parts of the world. There are people who that call their names like that. Do they replicate the result of Barcelona or Real Madrid? It's not by the name. It is the players. The players. That is my case regarding the coalition.
Even though they are coming with 6 million votes, 7 million votes, all those votes that they are coming with, it's not a threat. Doesn't
that
a
is
threat.
That's the problem. That's the problem you say. You are doing as if they went to supermarket and bought the votes. What makes you think that those 6 million that they had today, the 6 million are with him? Because he may have increased or he has lost. The data will show. The same thing with the other person. And let me tell you this. If you look at history and trajectory, when you are more coordinated, well organized, you prepare for exam, everything intact, you get C. You think now that way you never read, you never see book, you never say, you never read, you never do anything, you get A, except if the force behind the coalition is witches and wizards. If it is true, the only way you will know that this person will come out with a good result, better than his last result, if his preparation for now is more than the preparation for the last.
If they do the election free and fair this time around, try to project the result like Annie claimed they were going to do you think Tinubu stand a chance?
As of today that we're sitting,
yes,
he stands a chance to win. We don't know what is coming out tomorrow. Let's say we don't perform and Nigerians get angry. Maybe that may change. But this is even our worst moment when we have the best result. You can imagine when this reform will start trickling the more. We're going to have what they call, have you heard about what they call no contest? Not because we are arrogant or proud towards Nigeria, no. It's because we do not want to insult their sensibility, but Nigerians also are not satisfied with the way the opposition
will Tinubu be bold enough to allow free and fair election this time around, ensuring that results are tracked down as INEC said they are going to happen?
That is what I said now.
Is that going to happen in 2027 election?
It's going to happen in 2027.
It's going to happen in 2027 election?
Yes.
What do you think is the problem with Wike? Why is he acting like the second president of Nigeria?
I'm not aware he's acting like second president. There's only one president in Nigeria.
I think he has some hold against Tinubu. What is that hold that he's
first of all, I disagree that he has any hold against Tinubu. Wike is like a boy to President Tinubu. You don't know President Tinubu's people that he has raised in politics.
He's holding Tinubu like this on a jugular that if you do, it's like if I don't act as a president with you, you could lose some of the people that have strong hold with me.
What you're saying is a discussion that normally takes place in social media that is controlled by Obidients. How can you say you want somebody that if you don't do something?
Because I'm sure, look at Fubara.
Yeah.
What influence? This is the first time I'm seeing this kind of thing happening. That Tinubu will just sit down where he is and just remove a governor. Is that the right thing to do?
When you say sit down where he is and remove a governor, it's also wrong premise.
How did he do it? Now they have removed Fubara, who is on suspension. So how did it happen?
Okay, you were out of Nigeria? Okay, I didn't know that you traveled though. I told you were in Nigeria because everything that happened was reported in the media. Which country of the world did you travel to? There's no internet in that country. There's no TV. Or you went on trance for that period and then came back I'm sure your producers ought to bring those facts to you and prepare you.
Did Tinubu do the right thing? That is the point of this conversation.
Tinubu not only did the right thing, he did the only thing he had to do, given the circumstance.
So that they will have control of River State.
No, the governor is coming back. The governor is for sure is coming back. But you can see stability in that state now. No threat of violence, no war, no anything. Everything is going smoothly. The governor was suspended for 6 months. After 6 months, he comes back. And in fact, the governor has yesterday or day before yesterday, he had a rally or something with people in which he was even imploring on people to support the administration. I mean, this governor had unfettered access to the president.
You guys are beating him down. He has to succumb to the powers that be. But he has lost his position. He doesn't have any say again. He's as powerless as
in Nigeria.
Nothing. So he has to succumb to the powers that be.
He's not the first governor in Nigeria to have been suspended.
I know.
And the governors that were suspended in the past, they were criticizing the government till they came back. So what do you mean?
Good.
It comes down to the same element. When leaders are not prepared to hold and accept responsibility. It is the same problem obedient people have too, that Peter Obi has, where you can say, I'm wrong on this. Or you can say, we apologize, we'll correct this. It's still part of strength. A leader, one of your characteristics as a leader is you can accept that you're wrong. But when you can't accept, then you're saying you're God. You get what I'm saying? The president will be pleading with Nigerian people. Please give me time. I know it is harsh. I know what you're going through. I can understand the pain in families. We're working in this area, working in this area. This is leadership. I don't know what am I saying? The government of Nigeria is this way. Once he goes to America, once he lands in America like that, or he lands in England, then when he comes out to Murtala Mohammed Airport, he will say Nigeria will be better. Come on. Come on.
Now, what is the problem with PDP as a party? What do you think was their biggest mistake that made them to lose that election in 2023?
They were not coordinated till the election.
They had the problem. You were with them.
They had a problem of Wike that was not resolved. 5 governors that were not resolved. Some leaders of the party that were not resolved. Some members of the party who had this sentiment that Buhari has done 8 years. Why should a northerner run? All those things put together when they went to the election.
You were with them in that party and you were speaking for them. Why didn't you see all of this? Why didn't you raise it up with your leaders?
I was not only talking to my leader at the time, I was also talking in the TV about this problem. Yes. If you have watched my program. Yes. Even after the election, I was also calling them out on the same. I wasn't hiding anything.
Do you think Atiku was the downfall of the party? Caused the downfall of that PDP party?
I don't know. I don't know what... I just know that lack of organization. So I don't know if it was caused by Atiku or anybody.
Why should he come out for the election when he knows that it's a turn of the South?
It's a fact that only him can answer.
You spoke for him.
But I was not his running mate.
You were not his running mate, but you spoke for him.
Even his running mate has come to support Asiwaju. And we're hoping that himself too will support Asiwaju at some point.
You guys, how would Atiku? There is no way Atiku can support Asiwaju.
So if I tell you that Peter Obi, before 2027, will support President Bwala Tinubu, will you argue it?
It's impossible.
What formed that decision or that?
Because the Peter Obi I've known.
So you know him. Now yes. We know you're obedient. Good! Ladies and gentlemen, he has officially admitted he knows Peter Obi. He said the person I have known.
No, what I mean by what the Peter Obi I've known is that the Peter Obi that I've seen online and everything.
But you know that I've known and I've seen they are different, right?
Yes, I've known.
Now accept responsibility.
Like you, I know you.
Accept responsibility. We talked about a while ago.
No, today night is the first time I'm seeing you, and we are meeting and we are discussing. But I've known you because I can speak about all the things I've been seeing you do online. I've watched your clips over and over again.
Oh, I can say
I know Daniel Bwala based on that context. That is the same context I know.
What is your Twitter handle?
The same name, Selahmeditate.
Right. I will go through. If I see obedient threats, I will call you for the second interview. Do you agree?
No problem whatsoever. Okay. No problem whatsoever. So, but that is the Peter Obi that I know in that context can never and will never support Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's not possible.
Let me take you back. That same Peter Obi you know.
Yes.
once stood up in Anambra and swore by heaven that the day he left APGA, may he die and his children die.
Ah, no, he didn't have that swearing now. He didn't swear like that.
He swore. It's a video I watched.
He said he cannot, but he didn't say let them die or the people die.
If not because of time, can you clip it? Then we play it.
Yes, sure.
Clip it.
Yes.
Then you are edited. Then you will play it because I want to. I watched it myself. He climbed a podium like in campaign. He climbed. He was speaking in Igbo. So at that time they were threatening that he was hobnobbing with Jonathan and that he was going to go to PDP. Then Peter Obi said in Igbo, and it was translated, that APGA is the party of Ojukwu. Ojukwu was the one that brought him and made him governor. And that this APGA right now is in his hand in terms of nurturing it. And that he is never going to leave APGA. And that let it be for a record. If he leaves APGA, may his family die. May he die. And then people were shouting the way he was reaping those curses.
He came out and clarified it, and I think I saw something like that.
This one is the video of what he said. You have seen it?
Yeah,
Bring it.
The video.
Bring it.
Yeah, I don't know what he said in Igbo.
Yeah, but play it.
Play it now.
If he dies, then he leaves the party with that.
He is, and thank God the anchor. Good.
I will know you soon. And I will know one day. I'm not going to lie.
Yes, sir.
In the year 2000, my chairman said 2002, I said I will stay on, I will not leave. Get that? I will not leave. They will die without. I said I will stay on, I will not leave. Get that? I will not leave. They will die without.
You see some more. Wait. Don't do it.
And I still repeat it.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
But that's not what he said there. If that's what he said, what he said was that he's not going to leave the APGA party. But he didn't say he said he will his children. He didn't do that cause.
Let me help Peter Obi in saying that he didn't need to make that swearing, because political party is not religion, like I told you when we started. There might be a reason you will leave a party. And the reason for which you leave the party might be genuine or not genuine. But the Constitution of Nigeria recognizes your right of association. So this type of swearing and misleading, he's fond of doing it. But create room, let them understand. If today he leaves the Obidient and he leaves Labour Party and goes to another party, are his supporters not going to support him? They'll follow him now. Why are they following him? Because he is pushing towards the path that will actualize what he wants to do. That is politics. You cannot now, because he has left that place to a new party, now say he doesn't have principle, he doesn't have character, he's double-faced, and all these kinds. You will see that when that thing happens, the Obidient will still not know this fact that we're talking in terms of politics. They will find a way of changing the language. Don't, as a politician, give the world the impression you are a messiah.
Okay, but even at that, I understand what you're saying about choosing to be at a place. But the bone of what I'm trying to say is what you asked regarding whether he's going to support President Tinubu. There is no way he's going to support President Tinubu. I just believe that he's going to play right. He may change, and if he changes, then we'll watch and see. But the whole bone of content I'm trying to say on the party, on the PDP party, I think Atiku ruined the party. That is what I'm thinking, because he knows categorically clear that this is, in 2015, he left PDP to APC, the same because of the fact that this is the turn of the North. Why is he coming back again during 2023 to come and contest on the same principle that he ran away from in 2015?
So I when you see him,
yes,
ask him that question.
No, because he spoke for the party, that's the reason why I believe that he could have done something about it to make amends. Now, do you think in 2027 you may go back to Atiku to speak for him?